clock says.
Okay. We will open the meeting and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we will start with clerk items. A is the organizational and regular board meeting minutes from April 7th. We can take both together, I'm assuming. Do I hear a motion to accept?
Yeah.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Anita. And item B is the RFQ for wastewater treatment plant project.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then in item C is the approval of a new police officer hire. I believe it's Cody DeLong. Do I have a motion to accept?
I'll make the motion to accept.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. And item D is job posting for electric inventory clerk.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And item E is job posting for laborer and MEU or MEO.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And item F, job posting for water maintenance worker. Looks like 2 positions. Is
I'll
that
make them-
correct?
Yep, 2 positions.
Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
And item G, chemical feed pump workshop, April 22nd, 2025, Canton, New York. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. And item H, water foundation or fluoridation in New York State, June 11th, 2025, Plattsburgh, New York. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And item I is financial management basics for small utilities, October 7th, Plattsburgh, New York. A motion to approve.
I'll make the motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then the AP is J is the APA Adirondack Planning Forum, May 7th to the 8th. For any of those that would like to attend, it's in Saranac Lake. Do I have a motion to approve?
Yep, I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Or-
anything else to, yes,
Yeah, there's the resolution for the RFQ for the wastewater treatment plant project, and we have to do a roll call vote. Do you want
Okay.
Tracy to read the RFQ?
sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's, I'll read it. Resolution 64/2025. Resolution to solicit a request for qualification for the Village of Lake Placid wastewater treatment plant and collection system, instrumentation and control system supply, otherwise known as SCADA, and function as the system integrator and respond to emergency events, troubleshoot and repair malfunctioning equipment. Janet, do you want me to read the whereases?
I think you should read the whole thing, yes.
Okay. Whereas the Village of Lake Placid is undertaking a capital improvement project at its wastewater treatment plant that will include upgrades throughout the WWTP to reliable and efficiently provide collection and treatment of wastewater generated within the collection system. And whereas part of the WWTP capital improvement project, the Village of Lake Placid will provide updated instrumentation and control systems at the wastewater treatment plant and within the collection system at the various pump stations. And whereas the Village of Lake Placid will issue a request for qualifications and will solicit responses from professional instrumentation and control systems firms experienced in the supply, installation, and servicing of such instrumentation and control systems. And whereas, as part of the RFQ response, the responders shall exhibit their experience in responding to emergencies at the village's wastewater treatment plant and within the collection system. And whereas, as part of the RFQ process, the Village of Lake Placid will review the qualifications of the responders to the RFQ. And whereas, for reasons of efficiency, economy, and system reliability, and pursuant to the authority conferred by General Municipal Law, Section 103, parens 5, it is determined by the village board that there is a need for standardization in the purchase of process control, instrumentation, and SCADA control equipment, and for the technical support of such equipment, and for the timely response to any instrumentation and or control system emergencies at the wastewater treatment plant or within the collection system. Now, therefore be it resolved that the village board hereby approves the RFQ and soliciting profession, instrumentation, and control system firms to provide the services as detailed in the RFQ entitled the Village of Lake Placid Wastewater Treatment Plant and Collection System, Instrumentation and Control System, supply and function as the system integrator and respond to emergency events, troubleshoot and repair malfunctioning equipment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I assume this is item B and we needed to do a roll call, so I guess we may as well ask for someone to make a first for approval.
I make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Okay, and trustee Quinn
Yes.
and deputy mayor Kelly
Aye.
and trustee Brennan
Aye.
and mayor votes aye as well. Okay, that was official. Anything else to come from clerk items?
No. we're
Okay,
good.
and adoption of the warrant affidavit number 18.
Make
Do I
a
have a motion and a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm assuming, thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome, Art.
And anybody with new business?
No.
Anything under old business?
I think at some point, maybe when Mark gets back, we're ready to set some public hearings and, Janet and I talked about it and we're gonna do them as a group. One public hearing will be the, amended parking, ordinance. And there's a lot of changes to that. So we've had to kind of rewrite the entire ordinance. The second ordinance would be outdoor display on Main Street. Which I know people have been asking us to revisit. What Janet has done is turned it from a criminal penalty to a civil penalty. So that'll make it easier for the police department to enforce.
Yeah, and Jackie, just following up on the parking, most of that work was to have that updated to reflect the updated system that we're using and follow that because it was a little outdated, but we've got the new Flowbird and online payment, etc. So most of it was just to have it coincide with what's happening now,
So
as opposed
Janet,
to the old parking meters.
right, in the public hearing, should there be like a narrative attached to it that says this is why just so that if somebody wants to read the entire ordinance and if they don't know what they're looking for?
Yeah, I think that is certainly helpful. If people are interested to give them the overall explanation of why it was done. It's just, it was outdated because it went back to the date of parking meters and how we did things when there were parking meters. So that wouldn't be bad to have just a little introduction, but the
Okay.
law will speak for itself.
Okay.
And at that time, will we also be doing, setting a date for the noise ordinance?
I will let Janet answer that.
I have, yeah, as you know, Katie dropped that off to me about 10 days ago. I had an opportunity to review it. It depends, I guess, on how quickly you want to get to the other two and how quickly I can get to the noise ordinance.
Very good. Anything else under old business? Nothing for mayor report, anything, commissioner reports?
No,
Okay, and, any public comments? Anyone from the audience would like to say anything?
I want to ask about, just because I think this has been going on way longer than I've been here, for just kind of a overview of the wastewater treatment project and kind of background and kind of where we are on that, just because I haven't been able to find a ton that we've written on it.
And I think just because I think Grace is off camera, that's it's Grace who's asked the question.
Have her talk with Mindy, Art.
Yes, there's a lot of moving parts to that.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody
no.
online? Okay, if that is the case, then I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
You know, Easter, nice meeting you.